Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. I'm Harry Donahue, and today we have a full-pack show for you. CBS 3's Kate Bilo will be with head pro at Overbrook, Eric Kennedy, and they'll be participating in Get Golf Ready, and it's something that we'll be having here on Inside Golf over the next few weeks. Also, Tony Leodora, our traveling golfer, takes us to one of the favorite spots of his and mine and just about everybody else who plays golf, Hilton Head Island. And we'll have one of the Rothman specialists talking about wrist injuries. And we'll pay tribute to Don Cannon, the legendary radio host here in Philadelphia, who also for several years was a host of Inside Golf. It's all coming up on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. By PGN Plus, play your golf bucket list. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Whether you are beginning to plan for your future, building your nest egg, or nearing retirement, Susquehanna Wealth Management will take the time to understand your unique situation and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy. From investment management and trust services to retirement planning for you or your business, we can help you develop a long-term plan to meet your specific financial goals. We understand that through life stages, your needs and financial objectives change. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we're always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with PGNplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to PGNplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on PGNplus.com. Book your tee time today.
To build up forearm strength, which stabilizes the wrist, doesn't allow it to break
We are
down.
introducing a new segment here on Inside Golf and are pleased to be working with Philadelphia PGA partner Rothman Institute, the region's largest orthopedic provider. Weekly segments will address common golf-related injuries, the mechanics behind these injuries, as well as recommended treatment and prevention methods that golfers can take to help manage and hopefully prevent these injuries from happening. 5 areas that we will be covering are wrist, knee, back, elbow, and shoulder. Here to help us understand how these joints operate is Dr. Paul Marchetto. Dr. Marchetto is a sports medicine surgeon at Rothman Institute. He is also a team physician for the Philadelphia Eagles. He'll be working with PGA professional Scott Riley with today's topic of discussion, the wrist.
All right, thanks, Leela. Hey, Doc, we're going to talk about the wrist today, okay? We tend to see some students come in, they got pain in the wrist, and I'm going to let you shed a little light on that, what's going on when they start to develop some pain.
Okay, all right, Scott. So the tendonitis of the wrist, very common as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are coming in with dorsal pain or pain on the top of the wrist. When they move their hand in this position, they get really soreness and they start losing the ability to hold the club flat-wristed. You know, we try and come through the balls flat. Mm-hmm. And so this constant hammering or twisting of the wrist up, the tendons on this side of the wrist really get irritated, especially a right-handed golfer when he's coming through and scooping it. So they get overuse, just like in the elbow we talked about last time. The tendonitis from the wrist breaking down, banging into hard mats, you know, on a tough divot. So we recommend, again, it's a stretching issue, it's icing afterwards, it's anti-inflammatory medication, and backing off on the repetitive, repeating hammering of balls off the mat.
As instructors, we're always talking to people about their grip, and we tend to see sometimes people get the grip maybe too much in the palm of their hand, or they like to almost baseball it where their palm goes over the end of the grip. Could that lead to any issues into the wrist?
Right. Yeah, that's another issue. So as you just demonstrated, when your grip is right on the tip of the wrist, there's a bone there, and you can really squeeze that bone, and if you hit something hard, the grip hits that spot and you can actually break the small bone in the wrist, causing some significant pain. They start changing their swing. You'll notice that they're starting to back off and break down when they come through. So these are the things about grip pressure, about grip position, and about banging off of hard mats. All those things seem to really do it.
And how about preventative type things, you know, aside from maybe seeing a PGA pro to get a proper grip and some of the swing mechanics, but you know, before they go out?
So at home, you know, the idea of doing the
Squeeze ball, right?
right,
Like
the
that.
tennis ball, the little squeezy that we all try to use to build up forearm strength, which stabilizes the wrist, doesn't allow it to break down. Really important for an amateur that we all are, to try and develop some strength so you can maintain the pressure of the grip in a normal sequence versus those of us that kind of break down and, you know, kind of wimpy looking, and really throw the club at the ball, which really gives them trouble.
All right. Thanks, Doc, for your tips. Hopefully you can practice some of these and be healthy out there when you play.
I'm now here with Philadelphia Section PGA Executive Director Jeff Surratt, and we're at Sunnybrook Golf Club with the Pro Lady Championship today. Now we have 40 teams out here playing in the Pro Lady today. How important is it that we get more women into the game, and what is the section doing to not only grow women but also grow the game in general?
Well, the first thing that we did is we hired you. A season ago, we hired Leela in as our player development manager. Obviously, one of the section's main initiatives is to grow the game of golf in any way that we can, whether it's kids or minorities or women, getting anybody new into the game that we can. So efforts like this, like we have 3 Pro Lady team events during the year that are oversubscribed, which is fantastic. Our PGA Junior League that you know a ton about because you work with all of the facilities to do that. In any way that we can engage new people into the game, whether it's our consumer events at Dover Raceway or at Fantasy Fest or wherever it was, wherever we need to go to get people introduced to the game, it is a major initiative for us. And obviously, you know, bringing you on and managing that part of our business has been a major component and a major step forward for the section as a business over the last season.
Harry mentioned earlier the Kate Bilo Get Golf Ready program, similar to what we did last year with Kathy Romano. What's going on with that? What are we going to do with that?
Well, I'm sure they'll run some B-roll and they'll show Eric and Kate working hard to get her tuned up for to become a new golfer. So again, it's just another way to show that anybody can play golf. Obviously, Kate's an incredibly well-rounded professional, but you know, somebody that maybe doesn't have a whole lot of time to play golf, but really wants to enjoy the game. So it's a great way to show somebody from the beginning all the way developing them into hopefully a lifelong golfer. So we'll have a lot of fun with Kate. Eric's doing a fantastic job, and at the end, I think what we're going to do is have a little match with Eric and Kate and Mark and Kathy to round it all up.
That'll be good.
Yeah, right.
Well, Jeff, we will have a lot of fun watching Kate learn how to play golf from Eric, but also seeing how Kathy's game has progressed. She's been taking lessons from Mark Anderson, PGA professional at Philadelphia Cricket Club, for the last year since we did the segment. So it'll be interesting to see how good she's gotten, and it'll be a good match. But stay tuned. Next up is our teed off segment.
There are more than a few private clubs out there that need to increase their revenue.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Valley Forge Casino Resort, we're rolling out the action, and we'll bring it all to the table. Valley Forge Casino Resort. It's safe, it's chic, and only a shuffle away from the main line.
Guests that teed off receive gift certificates to any of the 8 restaurants at Valley Forge Casino at King of Prussia.
You know, when they expand to Cypress Point, I would like to be part of that.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. It's time for our teed off panel. Today, we're back at the Valley Forge Casino Resort at the Pacific Prime Restaurant with our panel of golf experts. Mike Kern, award-winning golf writer for the Philadelphia Daily News, is with us again, and so is Joe Logan from myphillygolf.com. And joining us this week is the CEO of PGN Plus. You probably haven't heard about it, but you're going to. That would be Jake Wagner. Jake, good to see you.
Thanks, Harry.
Tell us about PGN Plus, what it's all about, and what the goals are, and what the future is.
So PGN Plus stands for the Professional Golfers Network. It's pgnplus.com, and basically our goal is to allow golfers to have an opportunity to play their bucket list. You know, a lot of golfers are dying.
Bucket list of courses.
Exactly. You know,
Okay.
they're really, you know, a lot of courses, you know, they want to generate additional revenue, but they want to remain private and exclusive. So we're really bridging the gap between the PGA professionals and the golfers that are looking to, you know, expand their resume of courses that they've played.
Good idea for people who perhaps haven't played some of the bigger courses, more famous courses in the Philadelphia area. I know you're growing your list of clubs that are participating, and I assume, you know, it's something that could go beyond Philadelphia to other markets.
Certainly. You know, we're locked in, just have a partnership with the Philadelphia PGA, so, you know, we're really happy to have them on board. And, you know, I think just there's so many great courses out there, but most people, you know, they just don't happen to know a member of that course. You know, so instead of having that member vouch for you, you know, we're having the Professional Golfers Network, PGN Plus, vouch for our golfers.
So it's like an open day at a specific golf course club for people to come in who aren't members and play around the golf and see what it's like.
Well, the key is, you know, people are playing when the course decides. You know, the course opens up the slow times, you know, when their members typically aren't playing. So, you know, we really want to protect, you know, the membership. That's the priority. You know, the members are always the priority.
And there's
of these
golf
clubs.
fees involved. It's not a free ride for these. There's no scholarships.
Oh, no, it's definitely, you know, people are paying a premium to play these courses. But I think, you know, we just want to give them an opportunity to get on these courses.
Sounds like a pretty good idea, Joe, in this age when, you know, we're trying to grow the game a little bit, right?
Well, there are more than a few private clubs out there that need to increase their revenue. And he's thought of a way to do it, to bring in non-members and give them a chance to sample a course they maybe could join eventually.
Yeah, Mike, I mean, it's never been tried before. What do you think of the idea, what you've heard so far?
Well, I mean, I know personally just a few courses where, you know, they'll look at their tee sheet and for whatever reason, you look at an afternoon, there might be 2 tee times. And you'll say, why? You know, the weather's nice, and maybe it's because, I don't know, the members just don't want to play that time or whatever, and there might be 30 guys around the Delaware Valley who would love to play that course and just don't know that they can or don't have a way to, you know, get in touch without calling up and saying, hey, I'm, you know, whatever, I'd like to come play your course. So it seems to me like it has, you know, when they expand to Cypress Point, I would like to be part of that.
Yeah, when you get out to Northern California or down in, well, I won't say southern or middle of Georgia, there are certain courses that probably would not be available. But what has been, shall I say, the initial response of clubs when you present them with this proposal?
It's been incredible. You know, they really see this as an all-inclusive marketing tool, you know, where they're able to market their club, not only not have to pay for it, but they're getting paid to be able to market their club.
So they use this as a recruiting tool, actually, for potential members down the road.
Certainly. You know, a lot of people want to be able to test drive these courses. You know, they're searching for their home course, you know, and we're giving them the platform to be able to do so.
Which is like once a tee time's gone, it's gone. It's like an airline's, you know, an airplane that flies away with 50 empty seats or a hotel that has 50 empty rooms. You don't make that up. So I would assume, like you said, Augusta National might not care, but there's a lot of courses that might sit there and go, boy, we could make a couple $1,000 more a week, which will help our club, which is the bottom line.
Yeah.
And, you know, there have been websites in the last couple of years that have made inroads with people who search them every day looking for, shall I say, discounted tee times, okay? So this is a similar thing, only you're not going to a public course, you're going to a private golf course and get the chance to play as members do every day at certain times.
Certainly. No, I think it's, you know, it's definitely, golf has been about exclusivity, you know, and that's never going to go away. You hit the nail on the head where, you know, these courses, we're able to protect their exclusivity by listing the tee times and removing them the instant that they're booked. You know, so a lot of courses, you may not even know that they're on the platform until they book a tee time, you see it and you're able to play.
Yeah, and you know, Joe, I don't know if we'll ever get back to the glory days for a lot of clubs of having certain, like, quote, men's days, and I know that's, you know, not an acceptable term anymore, but if you know what I'm talking about, where, you know, say on a Wednesday afternoon or a Thursday afternoon, that tee would be busy from like 11:30 until 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you'd have, 60 foursomes out there. Those days are not coming back, I don't think, anytime soon.
A lot of clubs have made up some of the revenue by increasing the number of outings that they do on Mondays when the clubs are typically
Or
closed.
smaller outings
Or
on
smaller
other
outings.
days, yeah.
But what Jake's talking about is just an additional way to give them some more tee times, a little more money coming in.
We all have a bucket list. You've probably played, both of you, virtually every course in the Philadelphia section, haven't you? Do you have anything on your bucket list that you haven't collected yet?
Cypress Point.
Well, I mean in Philly. How about in Philly? Yeah. Or I know you'd love to go back.
Philly's a tough one because probably, I'm sure there's a couple I haven't, because every once in a while a course will come up and say, oh, I've never played there. I'd have to think about it, but we're lucky enough through whatever media days, outings.
One way or another.
One way or another that you usually get around to playing. I mean, I think obviously for a lot of people, Pine Valley would be, or Marion would be on the list. I don't know if Pine Valley or Marion necessarily, but there's a lot of, I'll give you a perfect example. I live right across the street from Tarsdale Frankfurt. I think Tarsdale Frankfurt's one of the hidden gems of Philadelphia golf. And I'll bet you there's a lot of people who have not played Tarsdale Frankfurt.
Well, now if you join the Union League, you have
that's
entrance,
true too.
But that shows you what's going on now in the world of golf when it comes to private country clubs in the Philadelphia area. Jake, thanks for coming by.
Appreciate
Once
it.
again, PGNplus.com is that the website?
That's it.
And you can find out all you want about how you can get involved. Mike Kern, Joe Logan, Jake Wagner. That's Teed Off. Inside Golf has more coming. The Valley Forge Casino Resort is the region's only full amenity gaming resort, and it's only seconds from the Pennsylvania Turnpike at King of Prussia. It features 600 slots, 50 table games, plus 8 restaurants designed to meet all of your dining needs. So put the beautiful Valley Forge Casino Resort on your destination list. If you haven't seen it already, I'd like to introduce you to Jersey Man Magazine, published by former Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. It's the only men's magazine in our area. Enjoy articles on cigars, politics, and, of course, golf. Written by big-time journalists. And even more exciting news. Philly Man Magazine debuts this summer. Subscriptions are only $20 a year and are available at jerseymanmagazine.com.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with PGNplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to PGNplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on PGNplus.com. Book your tee time today.
It's not limited edition, not cast conditioned, not exclusive or extra, nor is it private reserve. It is, however, a rare breed. American lager from an American-owned, family-operated brewery. Since 1829, we kept it so simple, we're still in fashion. Fancy that. America's oldest brewery, Yuengling.
Hilton Head Island, one of the iconic resort destinations in all of America. And in the middle of this island is Palmetto Dunes, a 2,000-acre resort paradise. This Palmetto Dunes resort is over 40 years old, and I can tell you, it has stood the test of time. 3 great golf courses with 3 great architects, Robert Trent Jones, Arthur Hills, George Fazio. So many times I'll talk to somebody and they say, I came back from a great resort or wherever and played this great golf course, and I'll say, oh really, what architect did it? And they go, gee, I don't know. You don't have that problem here.
We don't have that problem at all. It was a good thing. All the golf courses are great and they blend in with the lagoon system and the trees. We're very conscious of the wildlife. It's all very nature oriented. The birds are are plentiful in crazy amounts. The lagoon systems are all safe, fresh. The fish are healthy. We have huge redfish and have tarpon. We stock the lagoons with actually redfish, and the trout and the flounder all get in there. So it's the synergy of it all is fantastic.
The one thing about not only the Palmetto Dunes, but all of Hilton Head Island, plenty of gators. They're everywhere. Keep your eye open. The one thing, you know, I always have to say it right away. As soon as people start talking about it, the Trent Jones course, when it peeks out onto the ocean there, wow, that is an eye-opener.
It is. It's something, I don't know that people expect it, but when they get out there on the number 9 tee and you hit that complex of 9, 10, 11, and 12, it's like, wow, they're getting more than they thought they were going to get.
Yeah, really.
It's beautiful.
Now, I also know quite a bit about the Fazio course here, which was actually George and Tom Fazio worked on the course, and it might be the hardest course on the island. It's only a par 70, but if I remember, the rating is 70 from the backs. It's like 74.
It's a tough course. It's got deep bunkers, 2 par 5s. It's not bad for beginners because if you hit it, if you have a fade, it usually opens up to the right. If you hook it, that's where the out of bounds markers are. So we have a lot of new players come out, a lot of families come out.
To have 3 golf courses so close together, right in one complex, so that you can get to them easily. People can walk there a lot of times from the different places here. You get to capture the people. They don't have to leave here at all, do they?
Once we have them, they do not have to leave if they don't want to. We've done a lot with all the bike paths, the walking paths.
Palmetto Dunes is a haven for bicyclists, as is the rest of Hilton Head Island. Here at Hilton Head Outfitters, they have 3,000 bicycles. If you can't find the right bicycle here, you can't find it anywhere. And getting the right bicycle for you is important.
The island itself has put a premium on bicycling. There are bike paths almost all of the island, and they continue to work on them and improving them. The villas, they're all in close proximity. People are using big gyms as a nighttime dining area now. It's great.
And miles of beachfront.
The beach is the big draw. We're happy to have the beach on our property. Everybody loves it, and it's one of the main reasons they come here.
Yeah.
And it's nice to add golf and all the other amenities we have with it.
On the island itself, there have not been new courses built in a lot of years, so more than 20 years since the last course was built. Just off the island, there has been a lot of new construction. How do these older courses keep up with this new architecture?
Obviously, we try to keep our product in good shape. Our maintenance practices are really good. I can't think of a time period where the courses have been in better shape over the last few years. And we put Champion Bermuda on the greens, which is excellent. We've redone the Fazio greens with Diamond Zoysia, which is a great grass over the fall and winter, and lush and green in the summer. And we've done work with the Hills course and redone all the bulkheads, seawalls around the greens.
Oh, really?
And that goes along with the hotels, the Marriott and the Omni. They've all put millions in over the winter, you know, just to give everything a facelift. So it's been good, and it's been unified, and it hadn't really been coordinated. People just do it, so it's good.
Hilton Head Island, it doesn't get any better than this. Plenty of great golf, luxurious accommodations and amenities, and pristine beaches. Once again, the traveling golfer has knocked himself out, so now it's time to relax.
What if we told you that you could get more distance by increasing loft? What if the pros were increasing their loft a full degree or more mid-season? That's what happens when we move weight low and forward. Are you ready for more distance? SLDR from TaylorMade.
Susquehanna Wealth Strategies has financial consultants throughout Susquehanna Bank's footprint. We're experienced in meeting with individuals, families, and small businesses to assess their goals and outline their objectives. We really work on working collaboratively with our retail banking partners. to provide counsel to clients in areas that range from college planning to insurance review to asset allocation and one of the most important, risk assessments. The team's focus is surrounded around a relationship needs-based approach, and this is placing focused attention on each client's situation and unique financial needs. We believe that strong relationships are the key to successful implementation of any plan, and working with Susquehanna Wealth Strategies is no different. Susquehanna Wealth Strategies is a Cetera investment service program. We have all the products that you would find with any full-service investment group. These products range from life insurance to annuities to mutual funds and fee-based money management. Our team of professionals is always excited to meet new clients and begin mapping out a plan for their financial success.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. How about putting in the wintertime? 77 degrees. We're here in Central Florida in Orlando. And I know the weather was kind of mild over the holidays up in Philadelphia, and hopefully you got the clubs out and played some golf.
Best known as a Philadelphia radio legend, Don Cannon also served as the second host of Inside Golf for several years. Don not only brought his familiar voice and energy to the program, but his passion for the game of golf. His love of the game was evident as he profiled area courses, traveled to various golf destinations, and talked the hot golf issues with area writers during our teed-off segments. Viewers frequently got a chance to see Don's golf game, and he loved to challenge club golf pros to play a course signature hole and was able to match them stroke by stroke. We at Inside Golf are pleased that we were able to share Don's energy and passion for the game of golf. We offer our sincere condolences to his wife Terry, sons Russell and Christopher, his family, and all his many friends. We have lost a Philadelphia legend among legends.
Where to stay? Oy vey! It's time for me to make hay.
Don Cannon and I shared a lot of similarities, both in radio here in Philadelphia for years and, of course, our love for the game of golf and hosting Inside Golf. It was always a pleasure to be with Don, either behind the microphone, in front of the camera, or especially on the golf course. We will miss you, my friend. That's it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Coming up later in the month, more with Kate Bilo of CBS 3 and Get Golf Ready. Also a trip to Hartfeld National. And former LPGA champion Jan Stevenson will be part of Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. See you next time. And remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. Thanks for joining us on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. By PGN Plus, play your golf bucket list. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.